Yo, what is going on everyone? Guiding Light here, back with another quick Dragon's Dogma video. And in this one, I'm going to show you guys how you can change your pawn here in Dragon's Dogma 2. Now, when you're running around, you're going to actually definitely want to have as many pawns with you as you can. But as you progress in the game, the enemies will get stronger and stronger. However, the pawns you have, at least the ones that aren't your main pawn, they will not level up. So as you're going through the story, you will want to try to get more and more pawns. And you're also going to want to swap out the lower level pawns so that you can get the higher level ones to help you out. Now, there's actually a lot of hidden tricks with the pawns that you can use. And one of the tricks with the pawns is that if you're in a pawn's like local area, it will actually show you guys secret chests and routes that you can take just because it knows that area better. So it's almost even better to always be swapping out your pawns just for that reason. And all the different pawns will need to be swapped out anyway because you will need them to level up. Now, another reason to be swapping out your pawns is because depending on the enemies you fight, you're going to want different kinds of pawns. Now, I'm going to show you guys where you can actually go ahead and swap them out whenever you please. So if you open up your map and you come over to any of the rift stones, now these can be found at any named location, but can also sometimes be found in between the named locations as well. So what you'll want to do in order to swap out your pawns is go ahead and activate one of these rift stones. Now, at first it may be a little confusing, but I'll show you guys everything you need to know about these rift stones. Now, basically what these rift stones do is it gives you access to all of the different types of pawns that you can have. Now, in my opinion, I suggest you guys always have at least one mage and always have at least one character with the sword. This way, the character with the sword can rush in and sort of take the enemy's attention. And then if you're a mage, you can actually stay back and have the mage heal you while you're doing your attacks. Now, you always want to have a mage because they are able to heal your team. And it's very important so that you guys can last longer. Now, once you guys activate any of the rift stones in the game, you can actually open up this menu here, and it will give you guys an option to actually go ahead and pick and choose which pawns you want. So you can actually go ahead and activate different quests for your pawns to help them level up and get more skills. And you can even go into the community and look at different people's pawns that they've made and things like that. Now, the best part about this is that you can choose the exact type of pawn you're looking for. So if you go into a certain area and you see enemies that you know are weak to fire damage or they're just weak to swords, you can come in here and actually request specific pawns with those attributes to help you guys out. Now, another thing is that when you're progressing through the game, the enemies are obviously going to get harder and harder. And the thing is with these pawns is that they're not going to level up with you. Only your main pawn will level up, but the additional ones will not. So what you'll want to do is be constantly hiring these pawns that you can actually sort them by rank. And depending on how much RC you'd like to spend, you can either get one that's a little bit higher than you, on level with you, or just slightly lower. But it's always best to have all these pawns as high level as possible because you never know what you're going to run into when trying to complete your quests and when running around the map. Now, the more of these rift stones that you do activate, the more pawns you will have access to. And another thing to keep in mind is that you can actually go ahead, if you guys don't want to search around for the different pawns, if once you're in one of these rift stones, you can just simply walk around to any of the pawns that are located here. And you can just hire them by walking up to them and hailing them. This is another way which you can use to recruit the pawns, which you can quickly use to check their rank and check their class as well, so you'll know what you're getting before you do it. So hopefully this helps you guys out and helps you explain the pawn system a bit better, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.